Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome back to Serafina Saga. I just hope nothing will interrupt me again, because yesterday it was 3 attempts in recording one episode, and 3 times I was interrupted, and I finally fall asleep. During the day, the same thing. Well, hopefully this night nothing bad will happen. It's 1:30. Let's go. Valerie and I continue our work in the gardens for another week. Focusing on the Elborn Tower always allows me to forget about all my inner quandaries. All I can think about are these beautiful plants, and the only thing that interests me is restoring them with life. But my work in the gardens, as important as it seems, is really an escape, a way to avoid my bigger problems. And I can only do that for so long before I have no choice but to face them again. One day, as I leave the gardens to gather more supplies, Reuben stops me. That doesn't look good. No more plans for you today, Farah? But I have a lot left to do today. Leave it to the strange little assistant of yours. You have more important duties. What could possibly be more important? The Garna beans have started to sprout. The weeping bushes need to be trimmed, and I really don't give a shit about your dirt-sucking plants right now. As you may recall, King Kalias invited us to dine with him and Arken. The dinner is tonight. Tonight? I'm giving you the rest of the day off, so you can prepare. I fight back my panic. The day is still young. I should be grateful because Reuben has given me time to think of a plan. I'll get out of this dinner somehow, but for now I need to just play along. What's wrong, Chair-Dart? You look nervous. I'm just not sure how I should prepare for such an important dinner. Relax, you don't have to do anything, but be your pretty little self. In fact, I don't want you to do anything other than that. Wash yourself, put on fresh clothes, maybe wrap yourself in perfumes and oils. Meet me back here at the 10th bell. See you then, Chair-Dart. For a long while I can do nothing but stand in the hall and try to calm my racing heart. Meanwhile, my mind spins in a desperate attempt to form some sort of plan. I finally realize that I'm only delaying the inevitable. This is not something I should try to figure out on my own. It's time to go to Nicolaus for help. I find him patrolling the wall near the river gate, which makes me remember our last confrontation. My palms sweat as I approach him. I think of all the bad things Valerie said about him. I don't want to believe her. I want to have faith in Nicolaus's ability, to finish this journey with me, wherever it might lead. But I feel a stab of doubt when he notices me and starts with surprise. Sir, what are you doing out here? I need to talk to you. Sure, but I'm kind of busy right now. Maybe we can talk later. No, we need to talk now, and you're not getting away from me. Whoa, calm down, I just said that I'm busy. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this issue can't wait. King Kalias has invited me to have dinner with him, Lord Reuben and Arken. Oh dear. He takes a moment to think about it, then he heaves a big sigh. Well, you were bound to find out eventually. Arken's no longer being held here against his will. I know that, Nicolaus. No thanks to you. I found out some time ago, and I've been very confused ever since. Why didn't you tell me about that? I didn't know how you would react. I thought maybe I should find out more about the situation before I told you anything. Well, I found out on my own, but I still don't know why he's choosing to stay here. All my life, Papa tried to convince me that most humans are evil, and that the two of us were better off on our own. Now he's lingering in the worst possible place for people to indulge in greed and deception. But I do know he wants to kill Xavier Wolven. What? Did you just say Wolven? Yeah, the man who killed both my real parents. You really have learned a lot lately. But you should stay away from Xavier, Serafina. Everyone should. Interacting with a wolven is like agreeing to take a bloodbath. It only ends badly. I do want Xavier to pay for what he did. But I'm not stupid. I'm not going after him. I just need to figure out what to do tonight. I wish I knew, but I don't have all the answers. When I brought you here, I agreed to help you rescue Arken. I'm the one who captured him, but I wish that I had it once I met you. I needed to make that right. Things are different now. Arken's a free man. He's even acting like he wants to re-establish himself. I know. It's almost as if he never cared about me or the jungle in the first place. Or maybe he's just doing it to protect you. Maybe. In any case, I intend to find out. I think it's time for you to give the key back to me. You mean the key to the Grand Keep? Yeah. But what will you do with it? Open the Grand Keep and find out what's inside, naturally. And what will you do with whatever you find? Well, I guess that will depend on what it is. Nicholas is quiet a long while. I can almost sense his mind working furiously to figure out how to handle this. I remember Valerie's warning yet again. Maybe this will be too much for Nikolaus. Maybe I'm only pushing him further away. But to my surprise, he suddenly brightens up. This is exciting. I've always wondered what's inside the Grand Keep. You mean you'll help me? Of course I'll help you. We've come this far, haven't we? Why so surprised? Well, it's just after the way you've been acting the past couple of weeks, I just want to make sure I can depend on you. I'm sorry about that, Serafina. I really am. I know I should have been doing more to help you through this. But I've been confused and worried I would only make things worse. I care about you, you know. I didn't want to make any mistakes, so I froze up instead. That changes now. I'm going to help you open the Grand Keep. I'm very glad to hear that. So, tell me what I need to do. I take a deep breath. I had hoped Nikolaus might have a suggestion, but maybe this is for the best. Maybe it's time for me to take the reins. Well, I obviously can't go to this dinner tonight. I'm not ready to reveal myself to Arken. Are you sure? Maybe you should talk to him. Maybe you should give him a chance to explain himself. I've seen him lie, Nikolaus. I've seen him lie, Nikolaus. He does it well, and now I know he's been lying to me my entire life. I'm not ready to trust him. Fine. So here's what we'll do. You'll meet Reuben at the 10th bell and tell him I'm feeling sick. Or come up with a better excuse if you need to. Just convince him I can't come to dinner. God, I had that bastard. But alright, I'll do it. I will just open the Grand Keep right away, but it will be risky, and I'm not even sure it will work. Reuben says there's a strange jewel that used to fit on the end of the key, and that it might be necessary to make the Grand Keep open. I've seen his room enough to know where he might keep it. He's very particular about the sheets of his bed, and always insists on tucking them himself. You know far too much about Reuben's bed for my liking. Well, I think he might keep the jewel under his mattress. So we're going to sneak into his room and get the jewel while I cover for you. No, you're going to steal the jewel from his room while he's out. Oh shit. Meanwhile, I'm going to spy on the janitors having dinner. The king likes to dine in a room high up the janitor tower. How are you going to spy on them there? I'm a very good climber. What have I gotten myself into? As I prepare for the night ahead, my body won't stop trembling. I imagine all the ways this plan could go wrong. My life would not be the only one in danger, and mistakes I make could endanger Nikolaus or even Papa as well. But my fear is just as strong as my excitement. Finally, I'm taking control of my situation. In Castle Cromdolly, I'm tired of sitting around and waiting to react to other people's decisions. I'm not sure what I'll do once I open the Grand Keep. I don't know if I will ever be ready to reveal myself to Arken or anyone else. What I do know is that Castle Cromdolly is one giant mess, and it's about time someone tried cleaning it up. After the 9th bell strikes and I'm nearly finished getting ready, someone knocks on my door. Hello, Serafina? Hello, Nicholas. What do we need? It's almost time for you to meet Reuben. I just wanted to ask you, well, when all this is over, I thought you and I could maybe, I don't know, go on a date? What? You know, it's what people do when they are romantically interested in each other. After all that we've gone through together, and all we're doing now, you want to go on a date? I'm just saying it would be nice doing something casual to help us unwind after all this excitement. Maybe we could even take a little trip away from the castle. We could hike through the savannah. Don't make that pose. Clear our heads, refresh our bodies. Oh, I know of this little lake we could swim in. You'd get to see me shirtless again. I don't want to. I really don't want to. Trust me. So would you say no? Ask me, I'll answer no, but Serafina will answer yes, I guess. Whatever. That's so nice. Let's do it. Really? That's a yes. Surprised again. This is going to be amazing. Maybe, but we really should focus on tonight first. Right, don't worry, Serafina, you can count on me. Well, now he's boosted, I guess. He practically keeps out the doorway. I can't resist a little smile on my own, even as I shake my head helplessly. I need to focus on all my energy on my task now. But I have to confess, it's nice having something to look forward to. When the 10th bell strikes, I sneak quietly to the Jaredar Tower. The sun is falling and shadows slowly stretch over me. I hold my breath as I wait in silence. Darkness will make it harder for me to see where I'm climbing, but it will also make it harder for my enemies to discover me. Eventually I see the first few stars poking through the dimming sky. High in the tower I see warm, free firelight. Igniting, I think it is, like that, igniting within. Nikolaos described the location of Kalia's favorite dining room as specifically as he could. If I could roam the halls freely, finding there would be easy. But that is not an option. The tower will be teeming with royal guards, who would easily recognize me. Maybe not if you put a helmet! I'm not taking any shortcuts. I'm going to climb this tower from bottom to top. When I used to climb trees in the jungle, I would feel connected to the trees, as if I formed a body whose movements harmonized with mine. I would establish a rhythm of grabbing, pushing and pulling that led me in a graceful flow over trunks and branches. Climbing the Jaredar Tower feels completely different. The bricks are dead and cruel under my fingers. The stones scrape against my skin every time I grab them. I also begin to regret going weeks without hunting or ranging. My muscles weary quickly and yearn for release. But by then I am high above the stones below, and to rest would mean to die. So I climb, and I climb, and at long last I reach a small balcony, and there I collapse. And someone went on the balcony. For several minutes I sprawl on the stones and regain my breath. My arms and legs feel like they are on fire as fresh blood pumps through them. Then I hear distant voices. The voices are familiar. I must be even closer than I thought when I collapsed here. I sit up and look around. Surely enough, I'm at the topmost level of the tower. This balcony is like a rim of stone circling the highest floor. The balcony is narrow, but wide enough for me to stand and stretch my legs. I follow the sounds of voices until I come to a window from which they resound, and then I peek through it. To my dismay, Arken is already leaving by the time I get a good view. I am so furious that I fight back the urge to barge in and scream at them all. More than anything, I did this tonight because I wanted to hear Papa talking to King Kalias. I thought surely when I would understand why he has chosen to stay here in Castle Crondalee. Now I see such hopes dashed as they flung from the balcony and shattered on the ground below. Eventually, however, I realized that Kalias and Reuben have returned to the table and resumed talking. One would think he'd show a little more appreciation. Yeah, one would think. But his reluctance to talk about his past suggests that he's ashamed of it, at least, and that is a good thing. Do you believe what he says, that Nadia's baby died in the jungle? It does make sense. Surviving the jungle is hard enough on one's own. Do you think Arken also managed to raise a newborn baby? You don't believe him? We Jardas can prove very resourceful when we really want something. I suppose that's true. Why didn't you squire home to dinner? What was her name again? Fire. Nicola's parent came by to tell me she felt sick. I'm very sorry about that. Nicolaus? He's the one who brought her here, isn't he? Yeah, I think so. After he captured Arken and then supposedly got captured by a jungle tribe. Well, I'm not familiar with the whole story. I stopped by the Elborn Tower to look at the gardens last night. She's doing an incredible job restoring them. I'm glad that you're pleased. Oh, I'm pleased, but not for the reason you think. Why then? I'm pleased because all of this confirms that she must be Serafina Elborn. Serafina Elborn? My little child? Think about it, brother. Haven't you seen the paintings of Nadia Elborn? When I first laid eyes on her, I thought I was seeing a ghost. But once I managed to convince myself that ghosts don't exist, I jumped to the next most logical conclusion. That's why I decided to let you restore the Elborn Gardens so long as Fair helped you. Just as I expected, the gardens are flourishing under her care. Well, and now she hears that, so she can kill it, and... Your theory sucks, man. There's Fair showed up shortly after Arken. She's the right age. I thought if I watched her and Arken in dinner together, I would be able to surmise whether they had a deeper relationship. The fact she didn't show up tonight is an even stronger confirmation. I mean, no one would refuse an invitation to dine with the king, sick or not, unless they had something terrible to hide. That must be the strongest proof of all, don't you agree? Reuben says nothing for a long while, and I'm glad. It's difficult to hear anything over the roar of blood pounding into my eardrums. Nicholas was right to be angry with me when I didn't hide my face or keep myself quiet. I wasn't careful enough, and apparently Kalias isn't as great a fool as I first assumed. I just can't believe it! If all this is true, then she has been lying to me. Understand why you're upset. She seems like a loud girl. I'd really prefer not to kill her. Kill her? Naturally, I've already summoned Xavier Wolven. He should arrive tomorrow, or whenever he feels like it, knowing him. You brought Xavier into this? Originally I planned to have Bellatrix do it, but she has been very angry with me ever since I reinstated Arken. I fear she would get too emotional about the whole affair, and I don't want to cause a big ruckus. So you asked Xavier Wolven? He's a professional, isn't he? Besides, I only summoned him. I haven't given him his orders yet. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. If I don't kill Serafina, she'll most certainly cause problems, and I don't like problems. I've tried to think of a better idea, I really have. I'm not sure there is one. I see what you mean. I'm shocked and enraged that Reuben would agree so quickly to a plan to murder me. We've had our disagreements, but I'm starting to feel dizzy. Reuben and Kalias keep talking, but I can't pay attention. Does it even matter now? Kalias knows who I am. Xavier Wolven is coming to kill me. If I'm not careful, I'll become another Elborn bloodstain in the stones of Castle Crondoli. I need to get out of here. I need to talk to Nikolaus and form a new plan. Eventually, I hear Reuben and Kalias bidding each other good night. I wait for both of them to leave with Kalias' guards, and then I spent a long while staring up at the sky, trying to calm my heaving breath. I'm still tired from climbing up here and mentally exhausted as well. I'm not sure whether to climb down the way I came to try, or try sneaking back down the tower from inside. Let's leave the decision for the next episode. Hope you enjoyed that one and see you then. Bye!